Now, here's the problem. In the modern world, there are protections and there are legal benefits to becoming legally married. I said, now the problem is you may be married in the eyes of God, but from a legal perspective, you could really get done dirty if something happened to him. His family could come in and they could claim his half of your estate, his half of the house you own, and his half of the car he drove, and his half, his half of the money you've got in the bank. I said, now those things are not protected because you're not legally married. Legal marriage today in our modern world provides benefits and securities. I said, but in the eyes of God, you are in fact married. So you should not feel guilty. You should not feel condemned to walk into the house of God, because let me tell you a little secret. When Jesus met the woman at the well, and he was talking to her, and he said to her, hey, go get your husband. And she said, I have no husband. And he said, yeah, you ain't lying. You've been married several times, but the man you're with now, you're not married to. And she was shocked that he knew this. I'm going to tell you where a lot of preachers and a lot of Christians mess up in this story. They don't understand what really happened between the Lord and this woman. The Lord did not tell her, I know your legal status regarding marriage. It's not what he was saying. He literally, listen to me carefully, he literally read her mind. It wasn't a matter of her being legally married because there was no legal marriage at that time.
Right.
No, what he understood was, listen, yeah, you're living with a man now, but you're not committed to him in your heart as you would be to a husband. So he knew the state of her heart. He knew what was going on in her head and in her heart. And that is what shocked her. That is what stopped her in her tracks. That is what sent her back to the land of the Samaritans, the city of the Samaritans, saying, come see a man who told me everything I've ever done. Hallelujah. He understood the state of her heart. Why? Because what we call marriage today is in fact tradition. The whole framework of modern marriage is based on tradition. Oh, to be married to someone, you have to go in and you have to have a marriage license and you have to baloney. I want to tell you something. Many LGBT couples that were able to get married after 2015 had been married a long time before 2015 ever come along.
That's right.
All 2015 did was give them some legal cover and give them some legal benefits, because that's what modern marriage is. That's all it does. It contractually binds you to another person so that in the event of death, you automatically inherit whatever was theirs, okay? How many LGBT couples, when they were not able to be legally married, were with a partner for many, I saw this happen several times, and it was heartbreaking every single time. I saw couples that were together 20 and 30 years. And when the partner died, the family came in and was able to claim half of the house they bought together, of the cars they bought together, of the money in their bank account. They were able to claim all of his partner's clothing, all of his partner's furniture, all of everything that belonged to his partner. They were able to come in and take it because legally he had no cover, he had no protection. That is why LGBT couples, those of you today listening to me who are not LGBT, that is why marriage was so important to LGBT people, because they wanted to be able to have the same protections and the same legal rights. I knew couples that had been together 20 and 30 years. And when one of them grew very sick and eventually died, the other was barred from even being able to go into the hospital room. Because at that time, there were no legal protections, there were no legal rights. He was not family. The family came along and told the hospital, we do not want this man coming in to see our son. We do not want this man coming in to see our brother. We do not want this man coming in to see our father. Do you follow what I'm saying? And people went through so much heartbreak. They went through so much emotional torture, as it were, all because they did not have that legal protections and the legal rights afforded them by